YouTube, what is going on, guys? Day one, Nate here, bringing you another Lost Ark video. Now, in the last Lost Ark video, we talked about my preparations for season 3 and what I think that people should be doing to get ready for season 3 as a new player and a returning player to Lost Ark. Now, we're going to dive into a little bit more information on that because I don't think that there is a ton of information regarding alt characters, how to hone, how to get from iLevel 0 to 1580, which would be where your Super Makoko Express ends on your main character, and kind of where to get your gear from and where your next steps are for your characters once you get to certain iLevel thresholds. So we're going to jump into that. I have my Soul Eater here that I was not able to use a North Vern Power Pass on. My other two characters, my Gunslinger and my Paladin, that my Paladin has now been benched for more DPS characters, these were used with North Vern Power Passes. Now, there is no more North Vern Power Pass as they're preparing the new Power Passes for the new Super Makoko Express coming out, what we seem to think in July. So, I made my Soul Leader from 0. I used knowledge transfer, which, if you don't know what knowledge transfer is, if you have completed a location on another character, you are basically able to go to your stronghold on your new character and use knowledge transfer. It costs about 600 gold, and you're able to jump it up to the North Vern territory. Once you've done that, you will get in your inventory. I don't have it anymore as I've already used it, but you will get a box with a set of full 500 gear. Once you have that 500 gear, you will want to go through the Rowendale quest line, the Yorn quest line, the Fightin quest line, and then over to Punica and honing this gear along the way. Now, once you've completed the Punica quest line, that is where things get a little bit different. Very similar to if you didn't knowledge transfer. When you get to the North Vern quest line and you have that finished, you come and run a Chaos Dungeon to get your 500 gear. In Punica, you run your first Chaos Dungeons, for 1250 gear. This is once you've basically honed your blue tier 2 gear to 1100. Now, as you can see, we're swapping from tier 2 to tier 3 gear. Post Punica, this is where the game starts to get into end game. Once you have your 1250 gear, you will hone it to, I believe it's 1340 to go through South Vern, and which you will then hone your gear and get ready for your first Legion raid at 1460. Now, I would recommend getting to 1460, as if you want to do both Vaultin and Vicus, you'll need 1460. And you say, why are we only doing hard mode? We're only doing hard mode because, as you can see, there are no lobbies for normal mode. It's very old content. If you're going to find a lobby, it's going to be a hard lobby, and that just is what it is. So let's jump over to a character that is in the stage of gearing through Vaultin and Vicus. I want to show you how you get this gear, the materials that you're going to need, and the cost that you're going to need. And then I want to talk a little bit about gear transferring, because I think that majority of people know about it, but I know that it was something that I was told when I first started playing again. So first, we'll talk about where you get your Legion raid gear. If you're in Punica, as I am, you'll come over here by the honing and the set gear manager, and there is the Legion Commander gear crafting. In here, you'll basically find the set that you're looking for. I would highly suggest going to Lost Ark Nexus to see what set of gear your character needs, and then you will spend your Covetous Wing or your Demon Beastbone to get your gear. Now, how you get Demon Beastbone and Covetous Wing is by running those Legion raids. I would highly suggest that you buy the extra chest at the end of each of these raids. That will give you more of those materials for you to be able to hone for you to be able to craft gear with, excuse me, before you start honing it again, to start progressing into whether you want to go to Clown or whether you want to go to Belshazzar. But before we get there, let's talk about gear transferring. So, as you can see, I don't have anything right now because I've already transferred over to my relic gear from my old dimensional gear on my gunslinger. But you would come in here, you would select your purple gear that you have honed all the way up to 1460 and transfer it on over. It might give you a quality boost, but it basically just transfers the full hone over and you keep your item level. If you don't, then you will only have iLvl 1250 relic gear, and you do not want that. You do not want to hone twice. So again, to make that more clear, if you buy your gear from the Legion Exchange, you will only have iLvl 1250 gear. You need to come over, you need to gear transfer, and you need to gear transfer that old tier 3 epic gear to your new relic gear that you get from Legion raids. So now we've went through the Legion raid. We have a full set of relic gear. We have honed all the way up. And me personally, I am skipping Clown. I don't think that Clown is really worth it. I do know that some people they like to do it for whether it's the gold reward or for the crafting materials there. I personally don't think that set upgrades are needed to get into Belshazzar lobbies, so you will want to hone to 1490 and get into your first set of Belshazzar normal raids. When you go through Belshazzar normal, you will get Phantom Intention. Now you get 30 Phantom Intention for your first clear, and then you continue to stack it up as you do it. Now I would continue again to purchase those chests from your Belshazzar runs, because that is how you craft your first set of ancient gear. And as you can see, it is very expensive to get your first set of ancient gear. Same process, you come on over, you gear transfer from your relic gear over onto your ancient gear, and you are ready to go with your new ancient gear. Now we've done that, right? We've gone through Volten, we've gone through Vicus, we've went through Belshazzar. We have our full set of ancient gear. Well, what's next? What's next? And I'm heading over to my Deathblade because this is where I am on my Deathblade, is we want to start upgrading our gear sets. Luckily, I am right where I need to be. So now, as you'll see on your gear, you have a set level. Right now, my set level is 2. But as you upgrade your sets, you get a set bonus, and you get Empyrean of Contemplation. Where do you get that from? You get that from Triangle. So again, we've went through Volten, we've gone through Vicus, we've gone through Belshazzar, we have we've honed all the way up to Triangle at 1540 on our Belshazzar gear. It's time to now upgrade our set. So we head on over to Triangle. We run Triangle 1, 2, and 3 in normal mode. I would not recommend honing to 1580 and going through hard mode right away. I would highly recommend going through normal first. You will then get your Empyrean of Contemplation. Again, I would get as many extra as humanly possible, as it is quite costly to level up your gear set. Now, we've honed all the way up to Triangle. We now have set level 3. What is next? Next, basically, I don't think I need to talk about this too much. I think at this point, you've started to learn the game. You understand what's next. You're heading over to Akan to get your Eye of Decay for your Akan gear, in which is your last set of gear in the current stages. Obviously, it's going to change, but we're talking about preparation. So you head on over, you run a normal Akon, and you start to get your material to make your Akon gear. That is where I'm currently at on this character. I'm starting to get my set level 3s, and then I need to head over and I need to do some Akons to get my Akon gear. So, guys, I hope that was super informative. I know that a lot of the videos that are out there are quite outdated. They tell you that you have to go through all these other steps, or they don't talk about the fact that basically they have taken out a lot of the grind as far as getting from one gear set to the next. Hopefully, this streamlines it for you guys, and you guys can be on your way to preparing for season 3 and preparing for the update that we have coming in July in Lost Ark. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment them down below. I've been paying attention to the comments highly, as I know that there are a lot of people that are looking to get back into the game with solo raids on the way. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.